Hey everybody, welcome to the Final Fantasy VIII playthrough. This is RowlesTheGamer, and we are in episode 42. And guess what? We're going to space, motherfucker! See, there we go. I told you. Going to space. Hey, how's everybody doing? Personally, I'm getting a little adjusted to the 10-hour workday that starts at 4 in the morning. That I'm doing right now. Good God, I'm not suited for warehouse work. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Is my degree gonna just be rendered completely useless now? You know what I mean? Am I... Pardon my sneezing. Am I, forced to, crawl around on the ground with these other kinds of people? And I don't mean that demeaningly to people who work in a warehouse. I mean that demeaningly to, like, people who are, like me, vastly overqualified to be working in a warehouse. Yeah, all that school, those 5.5 years I went there, that's probably not worth anything. It's not like the people who designed this beautiful cutscene right here had to go and learn how to do that or anything. But, yeah, we're at the space station, and this is... As I've said in previous commentaries, this is where the game gets a little crazy, but still fun. So, it's not bad per se. It's just a little different. And a long docking sequence here, as customary for space. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. There's a Holiday Inn right here near my town that just opened up, and I put in some applications for that, which would suit me much better. AKA, I'm good with customer service and working during night if they want me to, and I can go anywhere, and it's 5's a little, cutting it a little close, 10 minutes away from my apartment by vehicle, so yeah. But anyway, here we are, and we're finally landing and getting things underway. I've noticed that I often in other replays bring Irvine along with me more often than not. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why now that I think about it. And I mentioned this in another commentary part as well, but, I'll say it again. Irvine and Rinoa were the first party that I kept with Squall the entire game. Like, when they break up at the Battle of the Gardens, or the, going to the missile base and stuff like that. Even in Disc 1, they're the two that are with you when you fight Edia, so... I kind of just kept those two teams solid throughout the first playthrough. But here, we play cards with this fucker. And, we get Alexander. And I always go half-ass in the card game, but I enjoy this minigame. Well, do I like it more than Blitzball, though, is the question? We're gonna go ahead and say yes, because it's quicker. Blitzball's a lot of fun, but I mean, there's a lot of loading and reloading to get the prizes you want in the tourneys and stuff, so there's that to contend with. Actually, talking about which, the Final Fantasy X playthrough that I've recorded, it's one of the first ones I don't bother to get all the Blitzball related stuff, just because, I don't know, I didn't need it. I think the whole achievement system has kind of ruined me with gaming. Not ruined me, but it's like, I don't have the HD collection, so I can't get the trophies attached to doing the thing, so, like, I want to show off, you know what I mean? But, here we are in the control center. Lean back. We don't dance, we just pull up our pants and do the rock away. Hey, check it out, it's the moon. Why are there monsters there? They're everywhere. Didn't you learn that in school? Yeah. I remember they taught me when I was in school that the moon is full of monsters. But, you know, who am I to judge? I now realize that in the last recording I wished everyone a Happy New Year, thinking I might not get another one put out in time, but well, I could just release this on the 1st. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna release this on the 1st. Fuck you guys. No, I don't mean fuck you guys. I love you guys, but yeah. Here. Fucking Laguna's card. Get that from playing Cards with LNA here, and that's really important because if you choose to not make your characters demigods and whatnot, you can refine that card for 10. Oh, what are they? Holy Wars or Heroes? Or I forget. It's either Holy Wars or the Heroes. The item that makes your character invincible for a time. We might take advantage of that in this playthrough. I forget if I do or not. Actually, if I'm recalling correctly, in the big final battle of the game, I just kind of let people die to get to try to get Squall on screen for the fight. But then I get kind of lazy. Yep, it was one of those where it's like, here, let me give you every character except like the 2 you want, and then they'll give you that 1 at the very end. So that fight, as we'll see later on, is kind of a thing where all your party is involved in it, but it's randomized as to who's brought out during the encounter. But no time to wax about that, Dr. Jones, because we got a red alert. And we're going to see the reflection of what we heard in the beginning here of Disc 3, with the sorceress from the future going into Rinoa's body, as is what's going on now. And you get kind of force thrown away from her when you go around too, which I always thought was a nice effect. Especially with that after image thing, which I guess they just rendered 3 different frames of animation along her character's path all at the same time. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, this job though, to touch on that again, is a little fucked. Going to sleep at fucking 6:30 in the evening, just so I can get up at 2 in the morning, so I can be up for an hour or so before leaving to go to work. And even then, I get there a little early. I like to get to work early wherever I work, up to and including 15 minutes early, and kind of sit there and just dick off or listen to a podcast on my phone or something to get me into the zone. I don't want to just show up and be like, okay, I'm at work now, you know. I never was really good with that. And that's anywhere. But, you know. Hopefully good times there will be in the future, so who knows. And the alert continues. Sorry, I was kind of dumbfounded there for a moment. No censor here on my commentary, as I'm sure it's been made abundantly apparent. I do have generally some talking points I put down, but that's about as far scripted as I stick to it. I do like to do scripted stuff, and I'll probably engage in that more in the future, but how can you be scripted with some creepy shit like this going on? Tell me! No. It's cool. fabulous CG, or FMV, or whatever we're calling it these days in this scene. It really shows the rendering power of the PlayStation when it was put to good use between Final Fantasy VII and VIII. This looks much nicer. I mean, really, the Final Fantasy games have always pushed whatever console they're on to their maximum potential with graphics and stuff. I remember when I first started playing 10, when I got that the year it came out, on the PlayStation 2, it looks better than some 360 games. And I mean, it was designed to look that good, but I mean, it's just, I'd say that's much nicer looking than, I don't know, the dark, bleak worlds of first-person shooters or bullshit like that. Hey, it looks like an eye, but it's the moon. What's going on here? Well, it's the monsters gathering. See, and they even did a little visual cue there with the eye. It was neat. Though I swear there are some monsters being represented here that I didn't fight in the game. But, it's about to burst. I think I talked about it with the last episode of Christmas, but I'm using this new little mic, and I'm pleasantly surprised by its pickup, and I would recommend it. Unfortunately, it doesn't even come in its box, so I don't even know. I think it was probably picked up at a pawn shop or something. Some asshole who wanted a headset and got a little desk mic instead, but I wanted a desk mic, mofo. Have you seen a girl? Wait, that's not it from Silent Hill. Have you seen a little girl? We can't have Adele revive. It's our job to stop her. And this is, it goes with saying too, at some points here in the space station, there are some parts that I feel a little drawn out. Like right here, as we float here, let's float to the door and then float back. It's kind of wholly unnecessary. But, I guess it's probably exciting the first time you're playing through, but I don't know. It kind of takes away from any kind of real replayability there. This is crazy. Oh, well, at least I got paid. Could have set this up. I guess the float has to be long to get the all this text dump out, though. So it serves a purpose. At least it serves a purpose. I kind of hurried it up too, but yeah. Do I go? Okay, there I go. We have to leave the lunar base. The lunar base? What's a lunar base? I can't talk good. Let me give a cheap pop to something here while I get a chance to. If you haven't checked out the Netflix original Jessica Jones from the Marvel Universe, you should probably check that out. It's a really good show, and a bit heavy on the sex from time to time, but other than that, it's a good show. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Going out in space. And the real prize, of course, all along has been Sorceress Adele. That's what Ultimecia really wants, an established fucking tarot terror threat. And she's gonna get her, because that just makes for good video gaming. I like the effect too with the smoke going out of the pod there. It's neat. And the CG of her waking up is pretty fucking baller too. Plus the fact that it gets swept up in the lunar tier here is kind of cool too. And we have our main female protagonist thrown out into the space. Come on, we have to evacuate now. Is there anything we can do? Well, we can pay attention to the next video and see if Squall saves her. Till then, RowlesTheGamer signing off, and happy 2016, everybody, and many more.